No, I don't think there's any added pressure playing this test match. Look, every time you play for your country, there's expectation and there's pressure. The players understand that, us as coaches understand that. For sure, we want to do well in our test match cricket. It's a format that we really feel there's a big improvement required. Um, we've got some really good young players coming through the system. So, like you say, our performances in test match cricket over the last couple of years hasn't been that good, and it's something that we really trying to rectify. We've spoken long and hard about it after the test series in Pakistan, and I feel that we're definitely moving in the right direction. So look, it's the start of a process for us in test match cricket, and the results are very important, we know that, but we also want to make sure that we're playing the game in a way that can take Bangladesh cricket forward over the next couple of years. Look, I think I've said months ago that Mustafa's going to struggle to make our test match until he starts swinging the ball back into the right-hander. He's worked really hard with our bowling coach over the last 8 to 9 months to try and make sure he gets that shape more consistently, and I'm sure you can see from the white ball performances that he has been able to do that. Still not 100% consistent, but there has been a big improvement in the way he's shaping the ball. And look, he's a quality performer, he's very experienced, he's a left armer, a bit of variety, can also create some rough outside the right hand as off stump for our off spinners to come into the game. So he's definitely an option going into this test match. He's trained really well, he's fit, his energy's been great, his skill levels have improved considerably, and I definitely see him being part of our test match cricket going forward after the improvement we've seen over the last 8 to 9 months. Look, the boys have been fantastic over the last couple of months. It's not been easy being in the bubble, and every now and then you can sense when a player's moves not quite where it should be, and it's understandable. Doing the same thing day in, day out, being confined to an hotel, not seeing your family. So it's something that we're aware of and conscious that we've got to make sure that the players' welfare is of paramount importance, the coaches as well. But I've been so pleased with the way the guys have worked. They've stuck together. The ethic and the camaraderie in the group has been fantastic. And sometimes bubbles like this can get the players close together. It's not an ideal situation, but hopefully there are some benefits that come out of our test side and out of this bubble environment for our test side to become a close unit and a unit that's all going in one direction. So it's been tough, but I've been highly impressed and very motivated by watching the players go about their business. I'm expecting the senior players to be of paramount importance to assisting Monmouth develop his captaincy. We've got some players that have been playing for 10, 12 years, Tamim, Mushfiq, Shakib. Their support of the captain is of paramount importance in providing him options, providing him guidance, providing him support, especially when things are tough. I've really enjoyed working him. He's a quiet guy, but he's a very determined cricketer. You can see his performances when he bats. He gives everything, and look, it's still early days for him. He's still trying to find his feet and develop his style of captaincy, but he comes from a good place and his heart's all in it, and he's very team focused, and that for me is the main ingredient for a good leader, is that if he focuses on the team and trying to improve the team, he's got a chance. Test cricket's alive and well from watching some of the test matches that have taken place. I watched Pakistan, South Africa, you watch India and Australia, you watch Sri Lanka and England. There have been some fantastic test matches over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully we can continue that trend. Hopefully we can play an exciting brand and can be an exciting test match. I definitely think this is going to be a closely contested event. The West Indies have got some quality cricketers in their side, and they're a proud cricketing nation, like I said earlier. They will definitely be wanting to prove a point, and we've got to make sure we defend our territory well, and it's our home ground, and we play to our strengths and make use of the home ground advantage, as most teams around the world are doing. Look, every international cricketer will have pride in performance, and like I said earlier, every time they play for the country, whether it's against the West Indies, whether against Zimbabwe, whether it's against Pakistan or in Australia, it's a massive occasion with a lot of pressure on you. Every single time the players go out there, they're trying to put in a big performance. I expect nothing different this series. It's another big series for Bangladesh at home, and I'm expecting some players to put in some big performances like I would expect them to do against any other side around the world. Okay, firstly, the preparations have been really good. We've had a good week here in Chittagong. Guys have trained hard, not just on the field, but also in gym and on their fitness work. So it is a challenge, having not played a test match for nearly a year. Different type of fitness needed for the bowlers in particular. Batters mentally got to be able to bat for long periods of time, so it will be a challenge. But we're pretty confident because we've trained really well this week. I think the preparation's been spot on. Players are very keen to get back into Test match cricket. That's a format of the game that we really want to try and improve on over the next period of time, and this is an opportunity for us to try and play the sort of cricket that we want to play. Obviously, Shakib is an important player for us. He strengthens our bowling and our batting. He's a world-class all-rounder, very difficult to place in any format. And preparation for him hasn't been easy after picking up a groin niggle in the last ODI. He's gone through his rehab. He's still not quite at 100%, but he's got another day or so, and we're pretty confident that he will be ready for the first test starting on Wednesday. He's worked really hard in his rehab. He's bowled a few balls in the nets. He's hit a few balls, not feeling too much discomfort. So we're pretty confident that he will be ready to play on Wednesday. It's great challenge. He's a world-class bowler. It's good fun. So also nice to just lighten things up a little bit and spend a bit of time one-on-one with him. The batting order still needs some discussion. I've got an idea as to who's going to bat 3, 4, 5, 6. Obviously, I need to have final discussions with the selectors later on today about the opening spot to go with Tamim. We've got a few options. Obviously, Saif played the last test. Before that, Shadman was the man in possession before he broke his fingers. So we've got some options there, and those discussions need to take place with the selectors in the next couple of hours. The West Indies are a proud cricketing nation. They've just come off some big test matches in England and New Zealand, so they've had some test match cricket over the last year. We haven't. So if we take them lightly, it'll be at our own peril. They've got some wonderful cricketers in the side. Brathwaite has been a consistent performer for them. Shannon, Gabriel, Kemar Roach are world-class bowlers. So we, by no means, going into this test match complacent. We know that they are a formidable side under any conditions, and we will have to be on our A game to make sure we compete and try and come out on the right side of the result against them. It's a really tough one because, like you say, we've got some really exciting young fast bowlers coming through. Taskin's bowling really good pace. Hassan Mahmood's exciting. Eberdot, Rai have done really well. Khalid's in the picture. But the wicket in Chittagong, just looking at it and the way we've practiced the last few days, pace bowlers don't seem to be too much of a threat. It's an unfortunate thing that it just seems to be the nature of the wicket. We've got to make sure we play to our strengths. We are very committed to making sure we get some fast bowlers through the system, and we've shown that in our one day side where we want to try and develop our fast bowling stocks, because when we go away from home they're going to be crucially important for us. But you also can't be stupid and pick out and out pace attacks when you're playing on wickets that don't offer them anything. Also very difficult for the bowlers making debuts on these type of pitches. So look, I'll have to discuss with the selectors over the next day or so to make sure we have the right balance between pace and spin, and we will look at the conditions once again tomorrow. We'll make a final decision on the makeup of the team once we've seen the pitch one day before the test match.